What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Elevate with Gayle. I am here to help you elevate and raise your vibration, expand your consciousness, and help you remember who you truly are and why you're here on the planet. Today, I'm going to be talking about a big energy update, what we can expect for November, how we can prepare to hold our light in November. So this is a very big month. It's a very big transformation that is taking place right now on our planet. I am still in this moon energy of the full moon, the blue moon we just had on October 31st on Halloween. It's a blue moon because we had 2 full moons in 1 month, and we are going through a lot of shedding, a lot of purging, and a lot of bringing in of new energies, and I'm feeling these new energies today. I just did a big meditation, and those of you who know me and do sessions with me and follow my coaching know that when I'm talking fast like this, I'm channeling higher dimensional information. So all of these codes are coming through me as a vessel and to you, so please just take what resonates and leave all of the rest out, okay? So now we are just gonna expand our mind, expand our heart, and open up to receiving this information because it is for our highest good. And I took a few notes on what I was getting and channeling in my meditation. So right now we are experiencing basically a spiritual warfare. So this is not just a political thing that's happening on our planet. This is a spiritual war that is going on. And if you're feeling the chaotic energies that are moving right now is the time to really focus on your self-care, all right? I cannot express this enough that right now self-care is so important. Self-care is vital right now because what we are about to experience in November is going to be a big shakeup, a big earthquake that is going to be for the planet's highest good and our highest good. So what I want you to remember is the higher dimensional light family is letting me know that we are exactly where we are meant to be right now on our journey with the Earth's ascension into a higher frequency right now. So I want you to remember, as your coach and as your spirit guide, I'm reminding you to stay away from anything that produces fear. If you're following accounts, if you're you have a circle of friends, family around you, just stay away from that as much as possible if it is encouraging you to produce more fear. And we're in 3D still, you know, those of us who understand the different dimensions, we go in and out of dimensions, but we are still existing on a physical plane in the matrix right now, which is being broken down. However, we do tend to fall back into that narrative sometimes. So I'm just here reminding you that if it produces fear, then you want to stay away from that because anything that produces fear keeps you in slavery to these lower energetics, and you're more easily to control this way, and they don't want that. So if you face this fear and you do away with it, then you are free. So most of us feel super free right now. If you're watching this video, it's because you have freed yourself from the matrix and you are a sovereign being opening up as a vessel, as a rainbow light warrior to bring in these new earth energies and to do away with the old energies. So you're feeling a lot going on right now, and that's why I had to take the last few weeks off of making videos and doing a lot of these coaching sessions because I was integrating a lot. I was integrating a lot of these light codes, and it's very exhausting at times, and I was very fuzzy headed. So I know a lot of you guys are experiencing physical symptoms. You're experiencing being really tired, being really foggy headed. We're being upgraded. We're being activated. Part of our DNA is coming online that has never been online before. We are merging our higher selves into our physical body to exist as one. This is the biggest change, the biggest time and change that we have ever experienced on this planet. And most of us are experiencing our final incarnations here. There's a karmic cycle we had to complete to get here before we ascend with the planet. And we are ascending into a higher timeline. So now we are going to see all of the collective energies face their own shadows. We are facing our shadows. We have been needing to work through a lot of things that were buried from past incarnations, childhood traumas, a lot of things that we needed to heal. And this is why we're feeling so much come up at once. This is why a lot of people are having their spiritual awakening. This is why a lot of you guys want to start meditating and really open your mind to other ways on dealing with your shadows, because this is a healing that is happening right now on the planet. So what we're seeing out in the collective, it creates a lot of fear. It creates a lot of people are afraid to even go outside of their house right now still. So this is what happens when you let that fear take over your own narrative. All right. So I'm helping you now. Remember that you need to take your power back. Take your self-care back. Number one right now, because if you are in fear, you are in slavery to the system still and the matrix. So it's time to get rid of that fear. Once we release that fear, we are free from the matrix and we can take our own power back and we can create our own reality, right? So what's going to happen in November is a lot more of this purging of what needs to be purged from the collective. It's going to be very chaotic. I'm not going to, go too much into detail of what I've seen is going to happen. I don't want to create more fear. So you're going to hear these things. It's going to make you scared. It's, it happened to me. How do I prepare? Do I need to get this? What do I need to do? And I've been asking my guidance and these higher dimensional beings, how do I prepare for this? And they are telling me self-care, stay where you are, just be in your frequency and continue to raise your vibration. And this is the most important thing, because as we raise our vibration, we're no longer part of this fear, lower vibration. We're no longer controlled by the system. We're no longer in slavery of everything that is trying to create more fear in the world right now. Because when you're in fear, you're in slavery to their system again. And we're going to have the final attempts and the final pushes right now to create more of that, energetic slavery, feeding off of our energy, keeping us down. So when you free yourself of this fear narrative, you are completely free and you can create whatever reality it is that you choose. So now is the time for you to remind yourself, I can create my own reality. I can choose how that I experience November. November is huge, you guys. We're going to see this shakeup. So I want to remind you that this is the planet and the collective consciousness facing its own shadows. And we should remember that we are alchemists, and that Gaia, our planet, is also an alchemist. And that this is not going to be the apocalypse that you think it is, where the earth is just going to burn and shred, and so are we. Because we are alchemists, and so is Gaia. And we can alchemize into a better, more beautiful and vibrant and peaceful, harmonic earth. And this is what's happening. But in order to do that within ourselves and within the planet, we have to face the shadows. And this is Gaia facing the shadows and purging them from the collective energy for good. In order for us to change, we have to push through this challenge. So now more than ever, we need you to not be a follower, to not be a sheep, to not give in to these fear narratives. If people that you follow or listen to are producing more fear, are making you afraid, anything that doesn't feel like it's producing more love, more expansion, more growth is nothing that you need to have in your field right now. So I'm asking you guys to remember, self-care, going within, going inward is the number one thing that you should be doing right now. And once you confront all of these fears, that's where love comes in and plays a huge role. Compassion for other people, higher understanding that people are where they are for a reason, and that you should just be focusing on your own internal vibration right now, because your vibration matters. Your vibration is significant, it's unique, and you need to tap in and remember who you are and why you are here on this planet right now, because you have a huge mission. And we want to just remind you that your mission is very important right now. So take all of the other distractions out. If you're continuing your old patterns in your own ways, it's time to really, really break those patterns right now and discover new patterns to set you up to be more flexible, because we're going to need to be really, really flexible coming up soon. Things are never going to be the way that they were before. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything that came through in my meditation. Oh, yes, fear is an energy, and it is very contagious. When you walk in a room and somebody's dancing and it makes you feel happy because it's very contagious, fear is very contagious. So remember that if you feel that fear and it's taking over, be that alchemist and really try to transmute that. It's time to start worrying about when everything's shutting down again, because I have a feeling everything is going to be shutting down again soon. And there's lines outside the grocery store. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay in fear? No, we are going to start thinking of new ways to produce, new ways to build this new earth, to stay in your own energy and to bring people together, not in fear, and freeing people of this slavery, of this fear that they're going to continue to create so that they have more power. And we are alchemists, and it's a beautiful thing for them not to be able to take this power away from us. We are sovereign light beings, and we're here to remember this right now on the planet so that This fear narrative cannot exist anymore on our planet. We're moving into the new earth. We're moving into the higher dimensions. And a lot of you guys are already experiencing those higher dimensional energies. You're feeling that wave come through of bliss, and it comes in through here and there, but that is what we are going to be stabilizing in before we know it. And I've seen it and I've been there. So self-care is number one right now. We're not living the way that we lived before. We're not exhausting ourselves. We're not draining ourselves. We are drawing healthy boundaries. Anything that drains you and lowers your vibration has to go. It has to go. People in our lives are temporary. This is a temporary human experience, and you are a multidimensional, sovereign light being here. Don't forget that. We are gods and goddesses. When I went into my meditation, this is what I was reminded of today. Don't pull back into this human mind way. Don't pull back into this ego mind way of thinking. You are multidimensional. You can create whatever reality you choose. So just remember, when November, right now, it's November 1st, shakes you up and we're seeing all of this chaos around us, don't give in to the fear narrative. Don't allow your vibration to be pulled down. This is where we take care of ourselves. We get centered and we ask our guidance for advice. How should I be moving through this? Go within, go inward. Don't let the fear vibrations take you down. It is up to you to claim your freedom and not give it away right now. So in order to claim our freedom, we are not going to give in to this fear narrative. And I can't stress it enough, you guys. Moving your body, eating well, going outside and getting sun energy is so important right now. And if they're stopping us from doing this, it's for a reason. And that's why we're seeing it put them more in fear, affect their health. All right? So it's either time to give your freedom away and continue to let them take over this consciousness of yours, or you take your power back and you free yourself and you join the rest of us in building the new earth and collapsing this matrix. And I know a lot of people are talking about a civil war soon, and I've seen these things happening in a lot of my visions. And we don't want to create more fear narratives. So in order to shift that timeline, we can focus on how to alchemize that and to bring in higher energies. What do we want to see? Focus on what you do want to see. Don't keep focusing your intention on what you don't want to see and what you're afraid of. Let's focus on what we do want to see and how, if this happens, we can transmute it into a higher timeline by doing A, B, and C. And A, B, and C is what we should be focusing on right now. So what I was getting in my guidance is self-care and looking at all of the strength that you have gained and the skills that you have gained through this quarantine. Think about it. Now, all of this strength that you have gained puts you into a higher timeline. You are a higher frequency. You are now stronger than you have ever been. So it is time to take these tools and move them forward into November with us, because we're going to need these tools. All right? We are leaders. We are not sheep. We are not followers. And we are not going to give our freedom away by really taking in this fear vibration and making it our narrative as well. Okay? We need you more than ever to be a leader now, not to be a follower. So I'm sending a lot of love to you guys right now. I know it feels harder than it ever has, and it's going to get even more difficult. But in the face of a challenge, that is what makes us stronger. That is what creates warriors. And we are rainbow warriors. The rainbow warriors are here. We are bringing in the higher frequencies. This is the rainbow bridge that connects the higher realms to this physical realm, and we are now bringing in and stabilizing these frequencies by being open vessels and keeping centered and aligned. So anything that you can do to stay centered and aligned right now, and to release the fear narrative and to bring in your own creative energies, that is what we should be focusing on, and being around whatever people with those same energies that you can, to keep connected. And I will be here for you with my Elevate program I'm releasing, coaching everyone through this, and I will continue to come on here and share my higher dimensional channeling information with you. But I'm just reminding you right now, stay in your vibration, you guys. Stay in your vibration. You are much needed right now. Love you so much, and I'll see you next time.